Alright, what's up everyone? So I decided to make another video on Ethereum Classic. I think we're due for a huge pump over the next few weeks leading up to and following the Ethereum merge. There's going to be a lot more demand for Ethereum Classic. It's going to become the second largest proof of work chain in the entire world and will be the number one smart contract proof of work cryptocurrency on the market. It's very exciting time for ETC investors and ETH investors as well. I'm one of the few people online that is actually very bullish on both of them, and I do believe in both visions, the vision for Ethereum and for Ethereum Classic. But one project that I am not on board with is Ethereum Proof of Work, or ETHW, which is a planned fork of Ethereum as soon as the merge happens. So it's basically going to be a proof of work fork of Ethereum, but Ethereum is a fork of ETC. So what's going to happen is Ethereum proof of work will be a fork of a fork, because a fork of a fork, that always works out well. Just look at Bitcoin SV right here, trading at less than $52. We'll actually just take a look at this shit over the past yeah, what a joke. And then during the top of the bull run, it somehow pumped up to, like, you know, I think it was like over 400 actually, was the real number. But like, it just keeps pumping and dumping and pumping and dumping, but it isn't a real project with real utility. It's a bullshit coin. You could argue that Bitcoin Cash actually has some kind of utility, but Bitcoin SV, most people can recognize that it's an absolute failure. I think ETHPoW is going to be much worse than Bitcoin SV as far as that's concerned. Here's the thing. There is no reason to have an Ethereum proof of work fork when we already have a proof of work Ethereum, which is Ethereum Classic. So the utility aspect of it, the utility is not there. It's a clear pump and dump. They want to create this new project to, you know, to excite people and to build off the hype and momentum from the Ethereum merge. And as soon as they take their profits, they're going to dump the shit out of this, and that's going to be that. The fact of the matter is, the guy behind ETHPoW, Chandler Guo, he even admits that there is a 90% chance that this shit will fail. Can you imagine investing in something that the person that created what project or whatever you want to, just anything in general, if it's any kind of an investment, the person says, yeah, there's a 90% chance that this is going to fail, but yeah, just buy this shit anyway. Like, come on. I mean, the thing is, Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin, Litecoin, whatever fucking coins you can think of, have all had some form of mining activity. Some more than others, obviously. Bitcoin and Ethereum have been the biggest. But there has also been a utility along with those coins, like with Ethereum being smart contract, and of course Bitcoin being the original cryptocurrency, the first cryptocurrency of its kind. But all these different coins have their own utilities to them, right? Even though you do have mining, but mining is not the focal point of these coins. Ethereum proof of work, though, is literally a coin built by miners, developed by miners, and only for the purpose of mining the coin and extracting profits and just dumping it. Like, it's pretty transparent what these people are trying to do. And it's totally gonna, it probably will pump to a certain extent, kind of like Ethereum Max. You know, remember that shit? fucking Floyd Mayweather promoting Ethereum Max, and the shit went up like a ridiculous amount. And then what happened immediately after, though? It took a shit. It dumped, and it's a dead coin. I mean, it was basically a pump and dump scam. Ethereum proof of work is going to be the exact same thing. Even if you're an Ethereum miner, because mining is important. I'm not trying to say mining is not important, but when you have a whole project literally created by miners, Ethereum Classic was not that. Ethereum Classic literally is the original Ethereum. Ethereum is a fork of ETC. It had to do with that hack, that happened with millions of dollars just gone. Ethereum was a hard fork to kind of reverse what happened there. But the fact of the matter is, ETC is the original Ethereum. It is the original coin. And, people are pushing this narrative online that ETC is this dead coin. It's a outdated project. It's basically what Ethereum was in 2016, 2017. It has no real utility, and it can't keep up with the modern demand in a cryptocurrency. So Ethereum proof of work is going to be a more modernized version of Ethereum, except pretty much all of the main updates that have occurred with Ethereum, all the upgrades in that coin have carried over into ETC. So it's not like if you transferred over from Ethereum to Ethereum Classic that it would just be like an archaic thing. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be like gaming on a PlayStation 4 and then going to PS3. Like, I'm just using that as an example. No, like, Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, from a technological standpoint, from an innovative standpoint, are relatively equal. So that narrative that people push is just plain wrong. And the co-founder of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin, which I'm sure you're all familiar with, he is not convinced about this whole Ethereum proof of work fork. And he even said earlier, I covered this when it happened, he said that, hey, if you want proof of work Ethereum, ETC is your best option. And ETC is a good coin, and it's good. With Ethereum proof of work, he feels a lot differently. He basically thinks that it's what I said. It's a pump and dump. It's mostly people just wanting to make a quick buck. There's no real purpose for this project to exist aside from people pumping it and then dumping it. That's all this coin is. So when people compare Ethereum proof of work to Ethereum Classic, it's basically like people comparing Ethereum Max to Ethereum. It's a fucking joke. So I'm really not gonna pay much mind on Ethereum proof of work or ETHW or whatever the fuck it's gonna be called. I've heard that it's gonna start trading, like, I've heard some places gonna start trading at like $55, others, it's gonna start trading at $100, $150, whatever the price is. It's not gonna be just even the notion of it being more valuable than ETC is a joke. An absolute joke. It is not. It never will be. And if it is, like, initially, it's gonna take a fucking dump. There's literally no reason at all. When you already have, I could see if ETC did not exist. Yes, there's an actual reason for this thing to exist. And when you ask the people in charge of ETHPoW, like, why would you be in charge? Like, what's the whole point of starting this and not just migrating over to ETC? They're like, because ETC, it got hacked like 10 years. It got hacked like 5 years ago, so it's not secure. Even though ETC has made significant security updates and hasn't received a major attack since like early 2018. That's the last time you had a major 51% attack. So when people talk about the 51% attacks, when people talk about the security not being so great, they're talking in the past tense, because that's not the ETC of today. So just saying, these people are fucking delusional. The people that are buying it, I mean, that's the whole idea, is to attract stupid people to buy this shit, and then, they take the profits, and then the people who bought in are holding the bag. That's just how it is in the cryptocurrency market. It's kind of like the Wild West compared to the stock market. It's very volatile, it's very risky, but the rewards can be very significant, and that's what I think is going to happen with Ethereum Classic, with Ethereum, with Cineworld, all of that good shit. So we'll see what happens. The coming weeks are going to be very, very interesting. I'm very excited about what's going to come. The market, oh my god, the past week has been so much of a roller coaster. And if you look at my all-time, it's even more interesting. Oh man, I didn't know what I was getting into in January of 2021. I really didn't. But I think there's light at the end of the tunnel. I think we're going to get there pretty soon, especially in the context of Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. I think ETC and ETH are going to trigger, well, mostly ETH because it's the merge. The merge is going to trigger the next bull run. You'll at least have a mini bull run, which is going to drive the price of all the coins upward. But ETH and ETC are going to be the biggest beneficiaries of the hype related to the merge. And that's why I have about 70% on ETC, because I do think, you're going to have more, you're going to have miners coming over there. People talk about the hash rate too. Oh, the hash rate. Dude, because the hash rate, the mining rewards aren't as good because we're at like 40 terahash, and with the price that it is right now at 32, it's like, the mining rewards aren't as great as they are with Ethereum. So, maybe we create this other chain, except who's to say that it's not the same thing isn't going to that you're going to actually have greater mining rewards for ETHPoW, first of all. Second of all, Ethereum Classic, if the price pumps up, it's just like with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Early on in the state, when Ethereum's price was much lower, when Bitcoin's price was much lower than it is today, the mining rewards were much less. That's just how it is. But as demand increases, as interest increases, if Ethereum Classic even goes up to $50, the mining rewards will be much, much greater. So, yeah, these people that hate on ECC don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're just, I think they're paid shills, or they're just, they're people that are involved with this Ethereum proof of work project. So they're hyping this shit up to get some fools to invest in this garbage. And, they think it's a lot more profitable to start their own Ponzi scheme than to actually go over to a real coin with real value and invest there and mine there. But hey, people will learn the hard way. That's just how it is. But let me know what you guys think about Ethereum Classic versus Ethereum versus ETHPoW. ETHPoW doesn't even deserve to be in the same conversation as ETC or ETH. Doesn't even deserve to be in the same conversation as Bitcoin SV. Alright, guys. Let me know what you guys think. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.